party people, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I am here today with project number 2 from March, Bargain Bead Box 2023 Art Deco Luxe. This is project 2 and this is going to be a memory wire bracelet. So here's our little design. Pretty easy peasy. I got my crystals and all my little odds and ends. So we are going to jump down to the mat, get this party started. But before we do, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the YouTube things so you can find me on the internet again. Let's get on down to the mat. Get this party started. Alright, my party people, here we are on the mat. So this is going to be a memory wire bracelet. Easy peasy. Where memory wire is the awesomest. And I love it, as you guys know. So I happen to have a little piece of gold here. So I'm going to use that since we are going to be using the crystals and the gold spacers. If I can get this put away. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to need for this is simply my memory wire and a junky cutter because things and stuff. You do not want to be using your good cutter on memory wire. So we have a strand of crystals here and some spacers, and I'm hoping that we are going to have enough to do a little bracelet. Oh, this is 2 pieces. Okay, so here's how I count the loops. I do not count this one, right? Instead, I count where it lines up. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to cut even with this one on the 4th wire. And I'm just going to give her a little snip. And we are going to be ready to rock. So basically with this, we're just going to make a little pattern and put on some charms on the end. Super easy, but I think that memory wire bracelets are making their little comeback. So super excited about it. And we're going to use these crystals they provided. These 2-tone crystals. And I think for this particular project, it's going to be pretty cool looking. I'm just going to get these off of here. Ta-da, ta-da. There we go. It looks yummy. It looks yummy. So we got these. These are the onyx drops. We're going to put those one on each end. They're not that heavy, so I don't really see a problem with that. And then we're going to go ahead and take our, I'm going to use this stepped bail plier to create loops on the end. And to do that, what I'm going to do, let's see, which way are we going here? Yeah. Okay, so to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and you're just going to pick whatever size loop you want. I'm going to use this smaller one, just because I like it. Oop. And I'm going to get a hold of the very end of the loop, and I have the smallest loop on the top. That's the one that I want to use. And I've got my hand in this weird position because I'm going to roll towards myself, right? So here we go. I'm just going to roll it towards me, and I'm going to release the pressure and go a little bit further. So this is the loop that I'm going to get. And you can see it's kind of gone past itself, and that's fine. Because all you're going to do is take your chain nose, and you can kind of, I'm trying to wait for my camera to focus here, and you can kind of pull it back on top of itself, like so. There we are. And that is going to be our end, and then we'll just put our beads on. Easy peasy. So for this, I'm just going to start stringing. I think I will put one of these spacers on the end just because it's metal. And then if there is any pressure on the end, that'll hopefully hopefully hold up a little better than a glass crystal will. And here we go. So you can make any kind of design that you want to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a complete round of crystals first. And then once I have a complete round of crystals, I'm going to do the spacers in the middle. So I'm not necessarily using them throughout the bracelet. And I'm just putting these on. I really like to make memory wire bracelets. I think they're fun. They're just fun. So once I get this on there, I can just spin it down so you can see I'm about halfway done with my first loop. Continue on. I think the stacked bracelet trend is coming back 2023, so bangles and like chunkier bracelets. So I'm super excited about that because I love me some chunky monkey. And I also love to stack bracelets. So I'm excited about that. Okay, we got a little ways left to go, maybe like 4 beads, 5 beads. I'm just tightening it up to see where I'm at. I'm actually going to go a little past here, so I'm going to put on, let's do 3 more beads. And then I'm going to switch over into the spacers. So I'm going to leave that one out for the other end because I put one on here, so I don't want to use that one. Okay, there we go. And I just think these are going to look cool on there. Kind of like, make it look like it's, even though it's only one bracelet, when you have it on, it'll make it kind of look like it's different bracelets, like 3 different bracelets individual. Okay, bring them down. And here's what we got so far. It's looking snazzy. Oh. So this is literally all we're doing, is just putting these on. Like this. And I don't know, I think I'll just put all the spacers on regardless of how far we get on the loop. But I wouldn't think we'd have more than, too much more than a full loop of these because of how many we were provided. Because we're not even to half yet, as you can see there. So I'm just going to put them all on. Memory wire bracelets are really fun to do with like kids or people who are not so experienced at beading because pretty much anyone can do it and you get a really cool result in the end, which makes people excited about designing and beading, which is fun. We're almost there. Oh. Sure I got them all. Looks like I did. And then I keep that one out for the end, and then we're going to put on the rest of these crystals. So you can see here we didn't make it quite all the way around with this one bit of spacers, but that's fine because when you're looking at it from the top, when you have it on, you're going to see them. So I'm fine with that. And then here we go with these guys. In my plan video, I talked about how I don't usually really care for these two-toned crystals, but in this instance, with this project, I really do care. I do care for them. I do like them. This one's kind of beat up because it gives the appearance in this design. Since we're using all the same bead, it looks really cool next to each other. But a lot of times in other types of designs I'm using maybe only a few beads and can look kind of weird if they're twisted around and showing a separate side. But for these bracelets, I think they really make it look pretty cool. Give it a lot of dimension. Personal preference, my opinion allegedly. Officially been filming for 11 minutes since the beginning of this project, so that just shows you how quick and easy these little bracelets actually are. And if you have some of these beads rolling around and you were like, what am I doing with these two-tone beads, this might be a good way to go. We're almost to the end. Okay, this one I'm not going to put on because it's got a little ouchie on it, so I'm just going to put that to the side. And here we are. So we didn't quite make it all the way around with our beads, but that's fine because I'll just snip that off because I wanted to just get the full effect with these crystals, which are quite smashing. So, let's see. I'm going to tighten down, like pull the beads, all the beads down so that there's no gaps. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger here and I'm going to cut the wire above my finger. So we still got a half a loop excess. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with the same bail making plier, easy peasy, excuse me, and put that small wire, or the small bail, the same one, on the top. Okay, but first I'm going to put this in my hand like this so that I can get my wrist in this funky position here, and I'm just going to roll it a little past itself, and that might be, let's see how much extra that gives. Well, that's pretty good. Got a little bit of excess there. Let's see where we're at with that. Let's get gravity involved. Because you do want this to be able to wrap around with you know, and stretch without being too close on itself, but you also don't want a bunch of length. I think that's fine. Now all we got to do is add our little charms. So I'm just going to grab up 2 jump rings. These ones are frosted. I do not want frosted. Gold. It's always a hard thing to match. So I like these drops. They are double-sided, so then when you have this on, no matter which way you turn your wrist, you're still going to see the charm. Oh yeah, I love it. Oh no, you guys, I forgot to put on my bead. Okay, if you forgot to put on your bead, no worries. No worries. We're just going to give it a trim. And I'm going to take off a couple of these beads because I forgot. So I had to take off 2. Make sure I get to the end. Easy peasy. Remember not to panic. It's just beading. We are fine. There we go. And I just have to open this. Back up. No one's the wiser. Except for you, me, and the internet. Hey. So, there she is. I really like it a lot. Okay, so then we go to put it on, right? So we're just gonna put this on. And we're just gonna wrap. And you can back it up and kind of move it around however you want. So here's what I was talking about. When you wear it this way, it kind of looks like you're wearing separate bracelets. And we are going to see that gold on the top. Or you could move these to the top and have those hanging down. Or both hanging down, regardless. It's super cute. And they're quite comfortable. They do have different sizes of beading wire if that is something that you are interested in. They also have different colors of beading wire, excuse me, memory wire. So they do have like a larger size, they have an oval size, gold, silver, different types of things. So memory wire always keeps its shape if you are new to memory wire, and it's pretty good in my opinion. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.